Hello guys, this is a Pro Gamer Z, and this is a pretty awesome, gameplay that I've got for you guys, which actually wasn't that hard to get. These guys might be noobs, but I kind of hope you appreciate the score. I mean, it wasn't that hard for me at least to get this, because these guys, but it still must be fun. And look at this. My first kill is the collateral. I don't really stay in this PSG. The thing is, I never really used the PSG, and I wanted to give it a try. This is like the first game I tried it out today, and I wanted to give it a try. And I do pretty good with it in the beginning, but then I get my chopper gunner. So, I kind of didn't want to keep using that PSG because I thought maybe I could get a lot of kills, and I did. Though I didn't expect to get very little deaths, Actually, I didn't even expect to get a good gameplay. But I did, and that's pretty awesome. Yeah. And also, I kind of like, I'm doing, if you could hear in the background, there's music. Yeah, it's basically a loop, and I found it in a royalty-free website. I'm pretty sure it's royalty-free, and it was free. If you want to, if you want to have the website, just send me a message or something, and I'll reply because I don't remember it in the moment. But they have a lot of these, and this one was called Nova on the website. So if you want to loop this one, just you can try to find it. It was in the top 100. So yeah. And though I didn't want to talk about how awesome this gameplay was, though it is pretty awesome. And there's one point I do I only really have one major fail, and I'll just address it then. But yeah, I want to talk about something I'm not sure if you guys would, a typical commentator might not talk about, because I'm I'm a special commentator, very special. And oh, well, actually no, 2 fails. This RCXD was horrible. I ended up getting myself killed for calling it in. Actually no, there's a couple of fails, but that's besides the point. But I kind of want to talk about politics. And before you get off the video, I actually kind of have a reason for it. It's not gonna be super boring. I'm gonna try to ensure that. Though I think it's a pretty interesting thing that I found out. Recently, if you didn't hear, and you probably didn't hear it, I'm pretty sure it's recent, but in Saudi Arabia, I think the king there or something like that, recently said that women could now vote and participate in municipal or I think, yeah, that's how you say it, municipal elections, which is pretty, not controversial, but it's pretty important for women's activists, because Saudi Arabia is one of the countries where women don't really get much rights. I mean, they're not even allowed to drive. I mean, you probably can't believe that. Well, some people could, but people here have so much freedoms that they don't really realize. Countries all around the world, all the freedoms that they don't have the luxuries that we have. And we're very fortunate for that. I'm actually also, if you don't know, and don't hate for this, from Pakistan, right? And that country, there's lots of, it's filled with poverty and all that, and it doesn't really have as much freedom and security that people that like me that live in America have. And I was born here. And now that I think about it, I'm very fortunate for living here instead of there, because if I lived there, my economic status might have been very different. And it's also kind of extreme, but I might not even be here because there are terrorist attacks and all that, which are, kind of scary, but very common in those areas, which, yeah, it's not a good thing. And so people there live in constant fear of terrorism, and It's like in some extreme places, even like in Africa and I think Sudan. No, well, Sudan and Libya recently, and all the current revolts for new freedoms, live in fear of if they're gonna live for the next day. And like all the war in Libya and, well, the revolt in Libya and other countries. I don't know. Yeah, this is the fail I'm talking about. This guy just stinks, but all that's happened there, it's all because they don't have the freedoms that we do. So, and like in Saudi Arabia, it's pretty important that now women have these rights. I mean, recently in Iran, not really recently, but like I'm not sure when. I think a few years ago, they also got the right to vote, which women there were, I'm pretty sure, really happy about. And there's pictures in the net if you also want to see, like where I think they were showing proudly that they voted. Like they had this purple mark, I think, in their hands. I might be wrong, but I think that shows that you voted, and they were pretty proud and happy about that. Not because in modern society, it's pretty unthinkable that not to be equal. I mean, in the past, this is not new though. Just so you know, this is not new. I mean, you could look at slavery. That was not that long ago. Like that it ended only in the 1800s, like after the Civil War, when it was united that in all of America slavery was abolished. But even then, racism was not. African Americans and people with dark skin, they were denied basic freedoms in our society, which is considered basic freedom, which is pretty, you know, pretty messed up in our society. Though it wasn't back then in the South. Like, well, not just back then, like everywhere. You know, Christianity and all that. Christians are not bad. It's just that there's some small people that were prosecuted Jews, and like right now also there's some Muslim people, and I'm also Muslim, so you know, don't think of it as being racist or anything. Just saying, like they even kill their own kind just for the greater good. Emphasis, like greater good. It's not really for the greater good. It's just for their own personal desires. It's just basically an excuse, which pretty much is stupid. I mean, like, it's basically persecuting the whole entire what's it called, people, you know, groups of people. Like, it's also stereotypes, you know, that's basically stereotyping people, the Muslims, that they're all like that, which they are not. And yeah, so you know, it's nice that women in Saudi Arabia are being provided these basic rights. So this might also help in other countries that you know, don't have these rights yet, like these laws. It could, you know, help encourage other countries to start enforcing these basic freedoms that we in America have, but they do not. It is pretty important for us as a nation, well, not nation, as a planet, to go forward. This was a nice commentary by me. Hope you enjoyed the gameplay and my beautiful voice and a commentary. Hope you enjoyed. So, you know, bye.